Hi, welcome back to Making It with English. Today we're going to be doing our page 53 out of 100 days of junk journaling. And I have already got my quote together, and it says, "My favorite color is sunshine." My favorite color is sunshine. And I tried to pick up colors I thought would be appropriate for a sunshine. When I saw that, this is what came to my mind. This is something that was sent to me from my friend Tracy, and she had quite a few of these, and they had bubble wrap on the back, so she had recycled an envelope. But that kind of looks like a sunshine to me, and I am going to actually cut it in half, and I'm just going to glue those halves together, but I'm going to have it to where it shows on the other page, so it kind of carries the color over. So we're going to put this up here at the top, and then we'll add this stuff as we move down the page. I'm going to get it out of the way for a moment just so I don't make a mess. Because you know about me and my messes, right? My mom used to call me Messy Marvin. And I was messy. My room was messy. You know, I had issues with follow through, so you can imagine. And I stayed very busy from the time I was 10 years old. I worked for my mom. So in addition to doing school and sports and all that fun stuff, you know, I had a job. And people say, "Oh, it's not a job if it's with your parents." I said, "No, trust me, it was a job." All right, my favorite color is sunshine. I think it lays out pretty good. The only thing I had downstairs when I was doing these was Crayola markers, and I had a permanent marker, but it was kind of at the point of dying. So I've got to order those little fine line Sharpies with my next grocery order. I got to tell them I need some markers. Matter of fact, when we finish with this page, I think I will go ahead and get that put on my list for next week, so I do not forget, because we know how important some things are, and Sharpies are very valuable tools in my workspace. So I'll pull this out to the outside a little bit, so it's kind of spacing it out some. That's the nice thing about doing these ahead of time, is I can kind of play around with the spacing instead of trying to write them all out when we're here putting pages together. This seems to be a very efficient way to work. And when I first get up in the morning, my hands love to be busy. You know, I enjoy sitting, having a cup of coffee, watching YouTube videos, and sometimes I enjoy creating in that time also. My favorite color is sunshine. So that is glued down, and I've got glue on my hands as usual. And we said this is page 53. I think I'm going to do, I'm going to try some different numbers that I have and see how they do. that's really, that's boxy. I like these smaller ones. I think we'll try using these today. Let's see. Need to center it under the S. And I think I should be able to use the parchment. So let's try that and see what we can come up with. Brush is too wet. No, that's not really going to show up well. Thought it would. Alright, since that's not going to show up very well, let's take care of that. Let's try something different. Let's see if we can get a dot of orange to come out. I'm thinking when she did these that she may have used like a watercolor technique. Tracy takes a lot of classes that teaches how to make fodder, and she's forever making some beautiful things. So I wonder if that's how these little pieces come about. I've tried to use them, you know, like you can't save everything, and saving things does not exactly honor the person that sent it for you to use. Don't want to smudge that, but alright, we got 53. And that didn't quite line up, but that's okay. This is a junk journal. It can be quirky. It does not have to be perfect in any way. And as you can see, I'm brushing this paint out onto the paper where there is empty spaces. It makes me laugh. Empty spaces is an ongoing concern here. We need empty spaces, but my husband said every time an empty space becomes available, I find something to put there. And that might be true. Oh boy, we're at the age where we're going to be downsizing, and boy is it hard to think about what to get rid of, but I've started doing a little better. I've been taking a drawer, you know, a different drawer each day, and I've been looking in it and taking anything out that's no longer serves our purpose, or, you know, I don't have any real sentimental attachment to, and I have been filling up boxes, folks. I think we're going to have a massive yard sale before long. I think I've already got like 8 boxes of stuff that's going somewhere. And once we decide that it's going out, it does not come back in. And that's a good way to do it. So we're going to call this quits. We've got our page 53 out of 100 out in our junk journal complete. My favorite color is sunshine. And I'm shaking today, so forgive me. But I'll see you again tomorrow. Until next time, be well, my friends. Bye-bye.